A lot of what I grew up around and what a lot of, I think, people I know grew up around was this idea that church is a place to be judged.
Growing up, even in the church I grew up in, there were issues with people not being very accepting.
You know, there's this group called ECM, and they're really near campus, and it's really fun. Cameron specifically took my number. She texted me, and I didn't text her back because I was so nervous. Months went by, and it wasn't until the end of October that I got up the nerve just to show up one night.
Well, the organization fair was going on for campus, and this is where all the organizations line up the pedestrian of campus with our bulletin boards and our push boards and our little handouts of information. But they walked up to the booth, and I remember them because they showed up the next time, and I basically explained, summarized what ECM is. We do a little service, and it's very laid back, and all are welcomed. And
I remember now. My first service, you helped me find where we were, and it was really cool.
The bulletins can be confusing. Yes.
You being nice to me and it being a really great group. Maybe come back after my first service.
I simply show up to be their priest, and they go out and they do the work of being missionaries on campus, of spreading the word, inviting their friends. They were very excited to learn about the Invite, Welcome, Connect program, and they decided that we would make invite cards, and we would go out and pass those out to students on campus. We would invite them and welcome them into our ministry, and hopefully find a place where we can link them into the group and make them feel like they've got a home here.
Caitlin and I were approached, and we were told by another student who comes here saying, hey, try a Episcopal Campus Ministry, and we were like, okay, let's give it a shot.
So I transferred here last semester to Georgia Southern and started coming to Episcopal Campus Ministry. And then I met Kelsey. She actually transferred here last semester as well, and we're both early childhood majors. And when we met, I thought, why not invite her to Episcopal Campus Ministry and get her involved with it as well. I've been involved with the Episcopal Church all my life, so I've talked about it, and I'm involved in the music here, so I love that about ECM. And so I was able to, promote the program to her, and she seemed a little, hesitant at first, but when I was kind of promoting it, she was like, okay, that sounds nice.
I have grown up in a Southern Baptist church all my life, and last semester I transferred to Georgia Southern University, where I met Rebecca Chansey, and that's when she invited me to ECM. And I was a little bit hesitant at first to come because, like I said, I'm Southern Baptist, and it was a little different for me, but me and Robbie decided to come check it out.
So we started coming here when Rebecca asked Kelsey to come with her, and it's a different experience. Kind of want to try it out.
Well, when we came, we went straight into Mass, which was very different for us. So we weren't used to the whole, just how it went and everything, but we had a good experience, and we decided to come back. We enjoyed the people here and the service, and it was actually really fun.
When I got here and immediately realized that I wasn't going to be judged for who I was or what I liked or any of that, and that people here were just regular college kids like me trying to do well in school, trying to have a social life, I just never left.
Unlike other churches where it's kind of an awkward outside of the church doors congregation like normally is, there's people we could eat, we could have fun, we could talk to other students who were sometimes even in our own classes. And so it was a much more relaxed feeling, but it still gave us that sense of being with God and being with Jesus.
It's different here, and the Mass is different here because I feel like they look at the Scripture a different way than what I've been used to, because I'm growing up in Church of God. It's just a little bit different.
We like to come here because even though we are busy with school and all, I like to make time for God and at least have some bit of our time to have a relationship with God.
We go over the Bible and go in more in depth, I feel like, a little bit more. It's not just the reading of the Bible, you go actually more into depth with it. And that's what I've gotten from coming here.
It was little things like when we did the piece and people actually hugged me and seemed to genuinely be happy I was here. I loved feeling loved, and I think ECM showed me that the love of God better than a lot of other places did.
I love being part of it. I've had talked several of my friends into coming, and I think they've had similar experiences where they just come and feel welcome and never want to leave.